Hello, guys. Welcome back if you're not new, and welcome if you're new. It's another drawing video because, yay! I don't have anything other to do. Well, I can do other things, and I'm working on a painting, and it's actually going somewhere. It's been a very long road with that painting, especially for the canvas size. I think that's the worst part of it. Like, it's the canvas size hasn't been extremely large, and it's just been not stupid. I wouldn't say stupid, but it's tiresome. But I have to buy new paint, maybe not for this piece, but just in general, I think. But we'll see what I do. Yeah, but it's beginning to look good, and I'm beginning to see where it's supposed to go. I struggled a little bit for a while, but now it's much better. Yeah. So, sketchbook drawing, the usual, the brush pen, of course. I think this was pretty cool. It's a really nice drawing. Very typical, very easy, not anything crazy. Just kind of autoplay, I guess. And sometimes that's fine. Like a day like today, I have done something, but I haven't done anything crazy. I woke up pretty early and I went to the gym, got home, ate some food, and, painted. And then I watched an episode of something on the television. I don't really know why I wanted to watch TV today. I usually watch stuff on my laptop, but apparently I wanted to watch something on the TV today. And cable TV still sucks. So, yeah. What did I do after that? I painted some more. Then I went up, did the drawing, which you're watching now, and I've just painted some more. And now I'm back doing the voiceover. So it's been kind of a quiet day, but that's also like completely fine. I didn't have any plans for today other than work out, paint, make a video, and work. And I have to go to work in, I think, is it 4 hours? Like something 3.5, 4 hours, something like that. So I have plenty of time. I was thinking about going out somewhere, to some charity shops or stuff like that, but they don't replenish that fast. So I would have to go further away, which could take more time or the same amount of time. So it's, and it's not something that I need to do. It's not the, only thing. It costs money and gas, and it costs, if I find something cool, it costs money there too. So, yeah, it's not always the best hobby to have. It's the same with art. I guess I create stuff, but it also costs money to create. But that's fine. That's a part of it. It's a little bit more cheaper to do the drawings than do paintings, but I would much rather do paintings, in my opinion. I think painting is much nicer, I would say. At least in my opinion, I like painting more. Sometimes I like drawing, and there's elements of drawing I want to take into my paintings, and I have done, of course, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Or at least I think so. So I don't have anything crazy going on this weekend. Yesterday was kind of a boring day too, in a weird way. And then it's Sunday, I have to work like a lot. I have to work a lot of hours, but I get paid a lot too, so that's good. I think it's also the last day where the money I earn from shifts, it's kind of every 20th, the money, like, the last 20 days and the first 20 days, they go together for the next month, from the months before, if that makes sense. So I don't get paid for all 30 days at the end of the month. I get paid first 20 from this month, and then the last 20, well, not the last 20, the last 10 from last month. So I'm not behind on money. I'm going to get, all the money I've worked for, but I just get it kind of irregularly. But I like working more when I'm sure that I'm getting it like this month, or at least if I'm like sure that, okay, I'm going to get this money. I'm going to get the money either way, but you know what I mean. It feels better working for money, you'll see at the end of the month instead of money you'll see next month. You still get the money, but it's different. In my opinion, at least. I guess. Yeah. A funny thing about, what happened technically today, but it was just like 16/12. So yeah, pretty late if you're not partying or going out, or just, if you have stuff to do in the morning, which I did. So I wasn't really sleeping, but I was getting ready to sleep. And I got a message from one of my, I wouldn't say we're friends, I guess, but not great friends, and not somebody I talk to often. Like, we know each other's names and a little bit about them, but not like we're friends. And she and her friend, which, like, I know these people, but I don't really, like, hang out. You get my point. Anyway, they were asking me if I would drive them to a McDonald's. And I was like, I didn't write this. My first thought was, okay, so you couldn't figure out, find somebody better who wanted to do that. So either they're not willing to pay squat, and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, we can pay like 20 kroner, which is like not a lot of money for me to wake up and drive somewhere. Or it's because the other people they probably much rather would ask are drunk, or just aren't home or whatever, or there. I don't know. And but I was like, no, I've drank today, so I can't drive, which was bullshit. To be honest, I lied. I didn't want to, but also was like, yeah, I could have made some money, but waking up to drive somewhere, to then drive them home, drive myself, is not worth it, because they're not gonna pay something. It's gonna be what I would want for it to be like make sense to me would be crazy. Not crazy, but more expensive than it should be, I guess. But yeah, why now? Why ask me now? Like, it's not that late, but it's not great either. Like, you should kind of like see the point. And it's kind of stupid before you ask someone to drive you somewhere late at night that you barely know. Which is my first problem with, like, they barely know me. They know a little bit about me, and they probably think they know, stuff about me, but they don't. At least I don't think so. Yeah, so I'm very happy when I woke up that I didn't drive nobody nowhere, because I had a great workout. So that's the important part. But yeah, so getting close to finishing this drawing here. I don't know why I did that with the jaw, kind of made it angular and pointy. But I think I like it. I like it a lot. I want to include more weird geometric shapes into my art. Because I feel like the paintings especially could use more weirdness. Or just all my art could use more weirdness, I guess. So yeah. Kind of looks like it has a beard, but again, I just start too low or I draw too large for the canvas size, so they kind of like fill up nearly the whole page. And that can be cool, it really can, but sometimes I also want to do stuff that fits in the page. Yeah, but whatever. It's just a simple drawing. It took me 19 minutes to make, so it's not the end of the world. And it's all around is pretty decent. A lot of holes in this one for some reason, but yeah, even more holes. Right, I hope you liked this video. Please like, subscribe, comment. Love you guys. Bye.